This information is the difference between me moving to this babe or inviting her to my wedding. I need to know which one it is. Like, I need to know whether she's going to be at the altar with me at the wedding or as a guest. I need to know because, like, what is this?
She's both.
This guy dropped an album that comfortably had 57 tracks. That's 3 hours and 18 minutes of content. Hey guys, welcome to the Jay Ayy podcast. This is episode 6. You were so close. You were this close.
It was because I was second guessing myself.
You were second guessing how to do 6.
I was like, I don't want to get it wrong. Six. No, we ain't going that way. Just
I mean Drake. But yeah. So you guys, welcome again. Welcome again. We got the boys. This is our Christmas special.
Creepy Christmas.
Yes. By the time this episode comes out, it would either probably be Christmas or after Christmas and the New Year. And ahead of time, want to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Thank you guys for rocking with us in 2022.
Yes.
And hoping that 2023 is gonna be a sick year for all of us.
Season 2 coming 2023.
Yeah. That would have been so cool if it was season 2, 2022.
We should have
started it earlier.
Yeah.
But actually, that actually wonderfully goes into my first topic.
Okay.
So basically, A was like, "Oh, Jay, like since the final episode of the year, give me like the most like outlandish topics, the most outrageous things." And I was like, you know what? I got you.
Okay.
And here's the first one.
I'm actually scared now.
Don't worry, it's gonna be sick. Here's the first one.
Okay, let's go.
What's the goal for 2023?
Oh, okay. No,
they're not all like I'm literally not just all madness. Sometimes just like bro, like
I was genuinely scared you were going to like pull some dirty thing out of like nowhere, start spitting people's foreheads and like that. Okay. What's
your goal for 2023?
Goal for 2023 is to just focus on myself and keep growing. 2022 was had some highs and some lows, so I feel like 2023 is the year where, God bless, I want to focus on myself. I want to do a lot more with my own hobbies. I want to focus on my family. I want to focus on my friends and focus on my hobby, focus on improving myself mentally, physically. That's going to be my goal. I know a lot of people say that, and then new year, new me, all of that. But no, 2022, there was a lot of like wanting to not please everyone else, but wanting to be like someone that other people would like and hang around with. But I've been very introspective this year, and I was like, next year I'm gonna do what makes me happy. I've got like a thing I've got like a wallpaper on my phone that's just like, you got to focus on yourself. At some point in your life, you're gonna realize, what are you gonna do? The things that you're doing, are you doing it to make yourself happy, or are you doing them to make others happy? And I was like, you know what? Sod that. Next year, I'm going to do things that make me happy. I was watching videos this year about learning to love yourself and appreciate yourself. So I thought, well, I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna pump that out in 2023. I'll do things that I enjoy. If it means going on holiday with the boys, if it means seeing new things, trying new things, let's do it. God bless if I have the money, if I have the time, the effort, if I have the energy. Obviously, we're gonna move.
That sounds good.
2023, we are going to be bowling.
2023, we're going to be what? Bowling.
Oh
my guys are ballers. Oh my god.
Unless something very, very horrible happens in 2020. You know what? I guarantee you in 2023, here's what's gonna happen. Right? We're gonna have 3 really cool celebrities die. We're going to have.
Why are you specific? Why is that the first place you went to?
Because it's every year. We're going to have three celebrities of the old guard. 3 celebrities that we used to look up to are going to pass away, either from old age or from some kind of ailment. Because it's getting to that time for the old guard.
Okay.
And we're going to have 4 big celebrity controversies. Kanye might count as another one in 2023 because he's going to do some outrageous shenanigans again, which we'll get to probably one time. We're going to have... What else are we going to have? We're going to have at least 6 different major companies going through a big PR controversy. I'm guaranteeing it.
6 major companies go through.
We're talking like Amazon or Twitter or YouTube.
I love how like...
Because it happens every year now at this point.
Like literally, with these 3 predictions you've just said, it's so interesting because like you'd be like, oh, we're going to have 3 celebrities dead, 4 like scandals, this, and I'm just like, I mean, yeah, these happen. These kind of you basically just said like
I'm making just general.
I mean, you're just like people are gonna die next year. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, God forbid. Let's hope it doesn't happen. But
No, but people will die next year.
Die.
Like,
okay, that's okay. This is morbid. Let's get away from that.
But like, I mean,
positive 2023, right? What's the good stuff?
I mean, 2020. Yeah, but like the good stuff. Like, I'm sure a lot of great things will happen. But like,
Will Smith will probably smack someone else again for his. Okay, I need to let that go.
That's such a dated reference.
I need to let that go. Okay, what are you gonna do for 2023?
What are my goals for 2023? Honestly, so 2023 is going to be an interesting year for me because let me see, I'm gonna be traveling a bit more.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna be a groomsman for one of my boys.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Guy,
people are getting married.
People are getting married.
I'm a groomsman. I'm a best man. I'm like, more like people are actually getting married up in here. Like, can we all relax? Like,
no, they can't. If you find someone good, you gotta shackle them down before someone else tries testing the waters.
I hear that. Then let's see. So traveling a lot. I guess just keep vibing. Really, like I think probably keep vibing. I'm probably going to like work on like my toxic traits. So yeah. So basically, this is gonna be another thing, but yeah, I'm gonna play it in here now. Which is like, so I asked a couple of like really close people to me. I was like, oh, like, hey, what do you think of my toxic traits?
Okay.
It's just like, I wanted to get into it, just like
he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, no. One of them said like my toxic traits are I'm an asshole.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, first. Another one was like, oh, like you're annoying. I was like, oh, like you lie a lot. Another one's like, oh, like you're just not a good person.
Oh my god.
Another one's like I lack social awareness. Another one's like I'm literally a narcissist. I'm just like,
hey, is this just turning into the celebrity
keep in mind, these are like my closest friends, and one of them was my girlfriend. So I'm like, wait. I was like, do you guys just have all of these things like waiting, real so like aspire, like, oh damn, it's like damn, y'all been waiting to tell me all of these things, like
the celebrity roast of Jay, like, whoa.
Like damn,
goddamn.
But like I'll say like to work on those, and because like, obviously just bettering yourself and this and that, and I mean, well, what I wanted to get into is just that when you talk about like toxic and whatnot, which is that where am I going with this? Yeah, basically just like everybody has one thing that they do that is bad or toxic in a way.
Yeah. And
it's just a case of like identifying that and just like, better yourself. Like if I was to ask you, what would you think your toxic trait was?
One of my you're just gonna put me on blast on the internet? Okay. Toxic trait,
apparently I'm a lying, narcissist asshole.
I mean, sometimes you have to be there. That
lacks social awareness.
That's the civilization we live in,
and
like you have to be.
Apparently, someone's trying to be like, "Oh, my toxic traits that like I'm a playboy. That I just have harlots." I'm like, what? I mean, I'm just like, what is actually happening in the House of Commons today?
House of Commons.
I was like, what is going on?
Lord. Wait, don't ask me. I can't answer that. I have to ask you. What do you think my toxic traits are?
Your toxic trait?
Yeah. Do you think I have any toxic traits?
Your toxic trait is that you isolate yourself, and then you isolate yourself so to the point where like you're unsure, and then like you're unsure about everything, which builds up your anxiety, and then this then has you second guessing like your work and like and then like everything you put out, even though like you want to put it out, but then you just get like anxious about it, so you don't even share it, and then like you then don't like do it.
You can stop, You can stop at any time. Like, okay, I did.
Sorry, that was just literally just off the top of my head.
You know what? It's 2022. It's the end of 2022. I need this kind of honesty right now. I do. Okay. So
I don't know.
Let's go through the list.
Honest, I could be waffling.
No. There was a few things in there that
there were a few. You see, this funny because this is what my other friend did. Which I asked her that, and she was like, I asked her like, oh, what do you think my toxic trait is? She told me, and then she was like, oh, what do you think mine is? I told her, and she was like, damn, like, hello, like it's 9 a.m. in the morning. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, you asked me. Like, what do you want from me?
Slandered on, yo. Anyway, okay. Introverted, way too introverted. I doubt myself a lot. That one hit home. Yes, I do have self-confidence maybe issues.
I mean, that's people. Everybody's asking me like, oh, like, why is he wearing the mask? I'm just like,
Why do you need to know?
I just someone else like, oh, like is he a wanted criminal? I'm like, like, bro,
why was that a conclusion? Why was that I was a wanted
they said like,
criminal?
is he wanted for murder? I was like, bro,
Am I wanted for murder? Let me catch you outside.
Someone's trying to be like, oh, like, what's his IG page? I was like, he has no social media presence. Then they immediately thought I was weird as hell, and they were like, he is definitely wanted for murder.
Just because I don't want to be on social media. Do you know how it's weird? People think you are weird if you don't have an Instagram or a TikTok. And it's like, but I don't want it. I don't need it. Social media is already toxic as it is. Why would I want to get more toxic?
Yeah, true. But then I guess it's a case of like, how do you
keep up with things?
Yeah, like not keep up with things, but like keep up with people. I guess that's why you have the number.
That's why there you go. That's why when you said earlier about being too close out. Maybe in 2023 I'll create an Instagram. Boom, there you go.
Who knows?
There you go.
2023 face reveal.
No, that's not happening. Not in 2023, it ain't.
But yeah. So. But yeah, my goal for 2023 is just to work on those, basically. Just be a better person, be a better man.
Don't be a playboy. Don't have harlots.
I don't
have holes in area codes.
I don't. Everybody that knows me and hears me, look, I don't have any like concubines or harlots or
that
whatever
you know of.
That nobody knows of. Please, I'm a faithful man to my babe. She listens to my podcast. Can we all have some decorum here, please? Every other day, like, I'm sure she listens and she just like, I'm just like, God. She's like, you guys clearly do not want the best for me.
Hey, you need to want the best for yourself first.
True.
That means you need to start cutting off all these concubines.
I don't have any concubines. I am an innocent man.
You need to stop going to all these different area codes and messing with all these different hoes.
I am an innocent man. But speaking about going around, last weekend, me and my guy, we went to Scotland.
Okay.
So which was a fun experience. So like, let me see. Obviously, we took a train because trains over planes.
Nonsense.
And yeah, let me see, Scotland.
Did you get up to a bunch of stuff in Scotland?
We had a lovely time up there in Scotland. We had a wee lassie. No, we didn't have. We just had a wee bit of haggis.
You had a wee lassie?
Nope, we didn't have a wee lassie.
Do you know what a wee lassie is?
A wee lassie is a tiny girl. But we had a young lassie come and gave me some haggis. I had some haggis for the first time. It was amazing. Then we went up to Dundee. Then we saw the Dundee Castle.
This guy said he had a wee lass.
Just a whale.
Lassie's got concubines in Scotland.
I don't have any concubines in Scotland.
There's a wee lass in Scotland.
I don't got a wee lass in Scotland.
Oh, you said you did.
I said a wee lass came and brought me haggis. I said the waitress. You dumb bloke.
So all our Scottish fans, please do not flame us in the comments.
This was literally this is the accent I had for the whole thing. My friends were like, this is racist and I should stop. And I said, I was like, it's a tiny bit of racism, yes.
Tiny.
Just a tiny. I actually do like, to be honest, nobody sounded like that, obviously. And like, I was like, you guys, like my introduction to Scottish culture was the Scotsman from Samurai Jack. And what John DiMaggio did in that show is actually racism. Like they think that was just a racist stereotype of a Scottish man.
But we accept it. We take it.
Like I was like, that was my only introduction to whole
The show was pimping. We take it.
The show was pimping.
The show is still pimping.
Samurai Jack was lit.
Fantastic.
But like, yeah, no, we went to Scotland. Like, so me and my guy went to Scotland. We went to Edinburgh, so we spent like a weekend up there.
Banging.
We went up to Dundee, see on a friend.
Lit.
What did we do? We just basically were just like chilling. Went did some axe throwing, some drinking, some brunch. It was a lot of brunch and drinking, to be honest.
Goddamn.
That was a good time.
Did you climb Arthur's Seat?
Actually, what?
Arthur's Seat, like the big mountain in Edinburgh. Well, not big mountain, but like the big hill in Edinburgh.
No, we didn't.
Oh damn! You gotta do that, man.
Yeah, no, we didn't get a chance to. Like, we literally just like, what were we doing? We're just drinking and brunching.
Wow. I got
If I'm being honest, that's actually what we did. But it was a vibe. It was a good time.
Scotland is banging. Put some respect on Scotland. Scotland is banging.
Scotland was calm. And to be fair, it was only like a 4.5 hour journey. So I was like, that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not.
Compared to like when my friend came from Dundee and like she did like a like a 10-hour journey. I was like, nah, that's not it.
Right. Well, we'll get back to that. Let's take this quick commercial break and check the recording, and we'll be right back.
All right. So, welcome back to our podcast. And I would actually like to use this as an opportunity to segue into our next topic of conversation, which is our Spotify Wrapped. So as we get to the end of the new year, I just want to talk about who are the artists and the podcasts that you guys were really rocking with for the year. I'd like to hope that Jay Ayy were there, but unfortunately we started in
October.
Was it October? Like September?
Probably
No,
October.
it was September.
Okay.
That we released our first episode because it was a few days after my birthday.
Yes.
Yeah. We've literally only been in for like Q4, but
we better be on the top of some people's playlists.
Like hopefully, next year Spotify Wrap, I want to see Jay Ayy top 5 of your guys listening podcast.
Exactly.
But do you use what music streaming platform do you use?
I only use YouTube.
Really?
And then if I can, I try and get the songs, like the albums that I want. I try and download them because I don't use streaming services in that way. I don't know. If I want to listen to my music, I either download it and have it on the phone, the good old MP3 days.
Man,
MP3 days.
MP4 to MP3. What do you know about those ones? What do you know about those days?
MP3 days were
YouTube to MP3 converter.
Yeah. Or telling your friends, hey, yo, Bluetooth me that MP3. Jesus. Those were times.
Those were days.
Those were actually times. But I don't tend to use Spotify. I listen to music on YouTube. Obviously, you got to use some other apps, some other YouTube apps, so that you don't have to deal with the ridiculous amount of toxic YouTube ads. I mean,
I was actually going to ask, do you use YouTube Premium?
No.
Huh.
There needs to be. I think there needs to be some kind of study into what YouTube ads do to your psyche, right? Because if you're in the middle of enjoying a video, or you're watching something, or you're waiting for the person's sentence to finish, and then you get an ad by Voxy, and I'm just like, fuck off.
Voxy, the unlimited mobile app.
It pisses me off.
I know exactly the ad you're being. Just
it vexes me so much. I'm just trying to or when I'm sometimes I put YouTube on.
Somebody say just
that one as well.
We got it.
When it was Snoop Dogg doing that ad, I was alright. But when it's I don't know what it is about that song
Katy
now.
Perry?
When it's Katy Perry, it just makes me angry. Because sometimes I put YouTube on when I'm trying to sleep, right?
When it's a woman that does the jingle.
No. It's nothing to do with that. It's just the way it sounds. Snoop Dogg I don't even think there was a jingle with Snoop Dogg. It was just Snoop Dogg that said, I got it, just eat, or something like that. Okay. But it's something about the jingle that just makes me really angry and makes me not want to use your service. If your ad, I will declare this now and I will stand firm by 100%. If your ad in any way, shape or form pisses me off, I will never use your product. That is just that easy. It's just that easy.
Yeah, that's literally how it works.
If your ad comes on at a time and it pisses me off, I will not use your product 100%. Or the nonsense one. What are those nonsense ads? Did you know that if you're a UK resident, you are entitled to government legislated compensation? I'm like, shut up, you scam! You full-on scam.
What ad is that?
It's because I don't allow YouTube to tailor the ads to what I watch. So it just drops whatever random nonsense ad. Or there are these house flipper people, they're trying to do what am I doing standing here? And why are there all these balloons here? My name is Dan Phil or some nonsense thing like that. These scammers, right? These scamming ads. Well, then actually, you know what? Don't want to call them scammers because we don't know if they're scammers or not. But me personally, I don't want to watch it. I think they might be scammers. That's just me personally, not saying they are. But these ads just pop up on YouTube and they just make me vexed. I'm just trying to, I was saying, I sometimes put on YouTube in the background to sleep or when I'm cooking or something, right? Mm-hmm. So, especially when I'm cooking and let's say I've got my hand filled with whatever I'm cooking, whatever I'm doing, or I've got oil on my hand and then the ad comes on and I was like, fudge. Now I have to wipe down my hand and then I have to try and find a finger that isn't dirty and try and push the skip ad button or something like that. Or
when there's no skip.
When there is no skip. When there is a 15 or 30 second ad and there is no skip. I won't watch the video. I will leave it. I will gladly leave the video.
You can't just chill for 15 seconds.
No. That's my time. Make every ad 5 seconds and then skip. If it's 15 seconds, I will exit out of the ad and I will just keep go to another video. I don't know why. It inflames me, YouTube ads. It really does.
Do you know what you could do?
Get an app that doesn't do YouTube ads.
Yeah, like an ad blocker.
Yeah.
Or you could just pay for YouTube Premium.
Well, fuck that. No, I'm not giving YouTube my money. Google doesn't need my money anymore. Google don't deserve my money. So here's what I've done, right? On my phone, I do want to support creators, right? So I don't have ad block on my phone.
Actually, that's even true. Don't the ads isn't that ad revenue for like the creators?
Yeah, but some creators have said you might as well just have ad block because it doesn't. Sponsors pay more than ad revenue. Ad revenue is so unreliable for YouTube creators, where sponsors make up for it. So you might as well just have ad block.
So then maybe they should, because I mean, like I think you have ads when your video is like more than 10 minutes or something.
You can decide where ads are if your minutes are over 10 minutes. So you can decide like if you want it at the front of the video, mid roll, and then at the end of the video. That gives the creator has that. If you're monetizable, then it gives the creator that option. YouTube will put ads on a video no matter what. It doesn't matter if that video is shouting out terrorism. YouTube will put ads on it. I have seen it. I have witnessed it firsthand. The most dottiest of videos, right? The most dottiest, weirdest things of videos, and YouTube will still put ads on it, like a 5-second non-skippable ad. It's so weird. What was it? What was I watching? It was an ad calling out Balenciaga, or not, a video calling out Balenciaga.
Okay.
And YouTube was just...
Oh wait, for that child...
Yeah, for them. Also, fuck Balenciaga. How fucking dare you? Excuse me for my language, but how fucking dare you, pedophiles? Anyway, moving on. So yeah, it was a video calling out Balenciaga, and then YouTube just slapped like an ad in the middle of it, just advertising random clothes. And I'm like, you know what? Are you sure you want to be doing that, YouTube?
I mean, they said, oh, you're looking at something with Balenciaga. That's a fashion brand.
Yeah, that means you put some fashion out.
You might be looking for clothes. They're like, yeah.
There was a period where sorry, you got me really vexed on it. Now I just don't like how YouTube ads work.
This was meant to be a topic about Spotify Wrapped and Apple Music Wrapped, by the way.
Anyway, look. Where's my phone? If I wanted to go through like my most listened songs of the year or my most listened artists of the year, where would I go? What would I say? I've listened to there's a Swiss band called Patent Oshner, I think they're called.
Okay.
And that is arguably the band I've listened to the most in the last 6 months. They make really nice, like they're like, I think they're like a rock band, but not like a heavy rock metal band. They're just like a good old fashioned kind of rocky band, like
a good old fashioned kind of rocky band.
Yeah. So their songs, they're all in Swiss language, or do they speak German? I am baffed.
What? You mean in
Switzerland? Because Switzerland is just a mixture of French, German, and what's the one more country in there?
What?
Never mind. So I've been listening to them a lot, and then before Kanye went off the rails, I was listening to a lot of his older albums because that's when we started the podcast.
But then, it's so funny how everybody's like, "Oh my god, like Kanye's done this." But he made Graduation. They're like, oh, he did this. When he made College Dropout, he's like, yeah, I did all this. I'm like, oh, but he made Away on Heartbreak. And everyone's like, oh.
So, I mean, it's a case of you're going to have to separate the art from the artist.
No, not really.
What? You can't separate the art from Kanye? You can't separate his religious Christian music from Kanye himself?
I would say that...
It's difficult?
I would say that, like, so, it's the same, it's, like, interesting because... I'm the kind of person that I just wouldn't, if I'm not liking you as a person, I'm just like, yeah, I probably won't mess you up. We'll mess with your music. It's like how
I actually back that. If I don't like you as a person, I won't watch your content. That's
it's
true.
like how like I don't listen to the band anymore. I don't really listen to Burna Boy anymore, which is interesting.
What did Burna Boy do?
Like he kind of got called out for like being a rapist, and like it was interesting because like it was a Twitter. I think it was like he and Shatawale, they were like going back and forth about something, and then Shatawale was like, "Oh, like you're a rapist," and then Burna Boy was like, "Yeah, you too," and it was kind of like
everyone.
It was literally, and everyone was just kind of like, "Bro, what? Like, what is happening?" Like, and like I was just kind of like, I'm just looking at it like, bro, like this is a bit. I don't really quite know how to feel about that because you didn't really deny it. You just kind of said you too, and I'm just like everyone's getting called out. Yeah. So I kind of like stopped listening to him a bit.
Okay.
Which is a bit hard because like he's one of like the top performing Nigerian artists. So it's like, I mean, every other day, like the club, they're gonna play last, and I'm like,
you can't really vibe to it no
I
more.
mean, like I can't really. I'm just like.
You have to stand there in the dance for like. Like, it's not last,
like let me not lie. I do be going shy, but I'm just like, but in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, this guy is. I mean,
he kind of shied on someone.
I'm just like, yo, like once you have an allegation on me, I'm just like, because again, and it's like how like everybody just kind of moved on from that. I'm just like, am I going mad? Like this was a thing that I saw, that we all saw in real time, and we just kind of, I was like, okay, cool. But then, I mean, R. Kelly dropped an album like
in prison.
Like what was that, like this Friday?
Last week or something.
Yeah,
dropped an album in prison.
Because like I did it. I was like, wait.
I mean, I'm not. It's like okay.
That is wild from him.
It's wild, but
that is brazy from him.
I was just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna. You're R. Kelly. Like I'm not gonna listen to it.
Then, actually, while we're on this, so it's like how I love how everything's all coming together. So basically, like since we're talking about cancel culture and whatnot, did we ever cancel Chris Brown?
We tried to, but then Rihanna made up with him, didn't she?
So yeah, he did. Like Rihanna forgave him and everything, which is great. But then Chris Brown is still like
a woman beater. Yeah, he still is.
I was not gonna say like yeah, but then also like kind of like I think it was like stalking Karuchi and like he's just like somebody that's a bit like. He's not the greatest of guys, so there's always something off for him.
Let's be honest. Cancel culture is not really effective. It's good at calling people out for stuff that they've done in the past, but it's not really good at stopping that person from doing whatever they did. Right? It's not stopping that person from being able to progress or anything.
I mean, like you can blacklist somebody.
There's two ways of looking at cancel culture. There's two ways I sort of look at cancel culture. Is that one is someone gets cancelled and it actually has a devastating effect, like EDP445. Like he was a YouTuber.
Who the fuck is that? Like, is that why I don't know him?
Probably why you don't know him.
I said EDDD454. Like, huh?
His YouTube name used to be Eat That Pussy 445.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. So he's an American YouTuber. Or used to be a YouTuber that just used to say shit as it was. Like he was unafraid. He used to like call things out and just say things out.
So then one day he was yawned.
Huh?
So one day he said the wrong thing.
No. Well, he didn't say the wrong thing. He did the wrong thing. He went and tried to get it on with a 14-year-old girl.
Oh my god!
But someone was trying to play. Someone was playing a 14-year-old girl, and he was messaging her. And then when he got caught, he said he was going to get a cupcake. So he got cancelled, right? Everyone, he's a certified pedophile, right? He's a certified one. So every time he makes an appearance on any kind of online platform, everyone already goes to cancel him. Everyone he's banned off of YouTube. I think he tried getting on TikTok. He got cancelled on TikTok. He tried joining Instagram or something. He tried getting a job at Lyft or Uber or something, and people called the employer saying, "Are you gonna have a certified pedophile working for you?" So this man can never ever come back to whatever, because people will know. Like he's trying to come back. He tries coming back. He tries creating new channels, but in essence, there's no way anyone would let him come back. And I hope the same thing happens to Balenciaga. I hope people stop buying Balenciaga because of that the tomfoolery that they're doing with children. If they're trying to fuck with children, that's a straight dead to me. You're dead. Not that I was going to buy Balenciaga anyway, but don't their outfits look like trash anyway? They're like really rubber. Anyway, besides the point.
Yeah.
So that's one way of looking at cancel culture. Then there's the other way of looking at cancel culture, which is you call out a big corporation or you call out a person. You call out Amazon for not letting their staff use their toilets or not letting their staff have pee breaks, right? Mm-hmm. Or you call out Chris Brown for beating a woman, or you call out someone for Burna Boy for being a rapist. Mm. But here's the thing: so they will apologize in the moment. They will put like this big old thing in black text on Instagram saying, I apologize for my actions. At the time I was not in the right place, or I was uncertain, or I didn't understand the consequences of my actions at the time. And then they'll go radio silent for like 6 months, and then they'll come back. And if they make something that bangs, like a track that bangs or an album that bangs, people are going to be very, very more likely to forgive them. And so they can start working their way up and building themselves back up. Mm. And some people like the bad boy actor. Some people like it when people are, oh, hello, hi, okay. So I guess we're 15 minutes over. But But yeah, so I'll just quickly finish it. That some people will get cancelled, but they'll still come back from it. Like in some cases, what was it? Johnny Depp arguably got cancelled over Amber Heard, right?
Yeah.
Until he had to fight for his life and prove himself innocent. So
did he really prove himself innocent? All from that whole trial,
both of them had done wrong things.
Yeah.
But what Amber Heard was accusing him of is not what happened. Like, it's not. She was the aggressor in a good 90% of the cases.
I would say that. Did the camera make a noise? Or was that?
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yeah.
Back into the business.
Religion's a cult.
Wow.
I mean, okay, wait. We'll unpack that later.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, Chris Brown.
So Chris Brown, yes, we did cancel him, but his victim said she was okay with they made up.
Yeah, there's
so
like even
in that case,
because the reason I bring up Chris Brown is that like I think he's having a concert happening next year in like February. And so tickets came out yesterday. When I say those things sold out, and I was just like, they better not cancel this guy. Like, why is everybody rushing to watch this guy? And like I had this conversation with like people. I had this conversation with friends where I was like, okay, look, like the whole Rihanna situation happened in 2009, and like around like February to September of 2009. Do you know what Chris Brown was doing in 2009? He dropped Graffiti. Oh wait, you're not much of a Chris Brown fan, are you?
Not after he beat Rihanna, was it?
All right, but
I do remember his Kiss days though.
That was literally Kiss was just before. So that was exclusive. That was the album.
That was back in the days when you used to Bluetooth me the MP3.
So that was 2007.
Okay.
So like the next album, so Graffiti, and on that album he had like I Could Transform Ya and Crawl, and like let me just say that I Could Transform Ya was a sick song first of all, and then you're thinking like okay cool, you dropped like one or two good songs, but like we're not gonna forgive you. My guy came back to like 2 years later. He dropped Fame. He had Yeah, look at me now, beautiful people, she ain't you, right next to you, like bro, I think that thing had deuces on that thing, no bullshit, like I can't. This album this is a sick album.
He was moving with it.
I can't lie. I literally was like, bro, this guy literally saw that his life was going to shit, and he said, I'm going to create the best music of my whole career. Mm-hmm. Or not, maybe actually. Is Fame the best of his album? I don't know. But he asked the audience, what's the best Chris Brown album? But he said like, I'm just going to go hard. I'm just going to go ham. And I was like, wow. So literally, I'm just like, golly. This guy really just said, nah. And it's like,
he knows he's got the heat on him, so he decided to drop it. He decided to drop the heat.
And it's like, it's literally like, damn. And everybody loved it. Everybody ate it up. And I was like, you know what Chris Brown should be cancelled for? Chris Brown should stop dropping 40-track albums.
Why?
You're going to listen to a 40-track album?
Why not?
You're going to,
the more the merrier, right? The better.
No!
Okay, look, I will say this.
No!
Actually, no, what? No, you're right. Quality over quantity.
Yes.
I want him to have better, not Chris Brown, but I want an artist to have better tracks rather than more tracks.
This guy...
I don't want to be listening to like 40 or 30 tracks.
This guy dropped an album that comfortably had 57 tracks. That's 3 hours and 18 minutes of content.
Hey, that's 3 hours and 18 minutes of pure Chris Brown.
Why am I listening? Why am I watching what is effectively a movie and a bit?
You're just watching Endgame over and over.
Of course, Chris Brown.
Of just Chris Brown.
I'm trying to tell you what's so crazy about them, something like that, is that like I can't even tell you what the good songs are, because that would mean I've actually sat down and listened to all 3 hours of it. Maybe like, okay, cool, like I know the singles that like, yeah, he dropped those as singles, and like I've seen YouTube videos, sure. But then it's like, oh man, you gotta listen to track 38, it's a banger. I'm like, how the hell did you even find that?
Look, some people go on long car journeys, man. They just put the Chris Brown.
Just put the Chris Brown album. Just 3 hours of Chris. That's literally a train ride from like London to Swansea.
There you go.
That's like,
how will we manage to make it go
all the way around? It all comes back.
This podcast is actually shenanigans. How is everything going around and coming around?
My friend asked me like, when I told them that I'm recording an episode, she was like, "Oh, what's a podcast about?" And
Anything.
anything we decided to talk about.
Literally anything.
Literally anything. But then, yeah, so cancel culture.
It works and it doesn't work.
I would say first of all that it works, but then I think I had a conversation with this where somebody said that cancel culture is real up until it isn't. Where that everybody can like all agree that like, you know, you're a bad person and like you should not get any like press and everything and like you should get no attention. But then I guess it depends on what kind of person. I guess it depends on like what kind of person you are. Mm-hmm. Like, cause let's say you're cancelled, right? Yeah. At what point after you've apologized and like you're actually making, you know, movements to better yourself and like let's say like you've done somebody wrong, mm-hmm. You've apologized to the person, you've apologized to everybody, you've said that this is not who I am, I'm so sorry, like I want to go better, and you actually are doing better. At what point do you now say, oh yeah, like you're no longer cancelled?
You don't get to say when you're cancelled or not. But
then it's a case of like
people will decide. It's up to the audience will decide whether or not you are cancelled. Cancel culture. There's not a date or time stamp on cancel culture. I guess it's something that is literally down to the people. People will decide whether you are cancelled or not. Some people will still support Kanye, even though he's arguably cancelled now.
But he made graduation. He made college dropouts.
But people will still support him now.
He made mass registration.
If he was to go out and do a whole like tour, people would still buy tickets. People would still go and see him. Some people would support him even now than previously. Because he's outspoken about what he thinks, right? Even though we might not agree
even though what he thinks is wrong.
But he's saying it.
And if he believes in it. And he shouldn't. Look.
No, because, okay, here's... do we want to talk about the Kanye situation?
I don't want to.
Okay, then let's not.
I don't want to. The only thing I don't really want to, but I will say one thing, which is that Kanye has a mental illness. And I want him to get better. Okay. And I want him to receive help that he needs.
Okay.
I'm tired of seeing him. I'm tired of seeing him. I just want him to go to a hole and get help. And some people have said, oh, like, even if he gets help, this is just who he is. I'm like, then he's an asshole. And either way, he's an asshole and a dick, but I want him to get help so at least we can say that, oh, he's not saying all these things based on he has a mental illness. I want him to say he's saying all these things because he's just an asshole. Mm-hmm. You get? That's why I'm like annoyed. I won't say annoyed, but like that's why I'm just like, you guys should just leave him alone and let him get the mental help that he needs. And if it just turns out that he actually is just this dickhead, as per like when he's actually mentally okay, then I'm like, then that's him. That's, at least I know that that's him. Not where someone will say, oh, he's only saying all this because he's spiraling, or like, oh, like he's having a chaotic episode. I'm like, I want to give you grace because if you are having a chaotic episode, it's not your fault. But then I want you to get better, so you can. And I don't want people to be shoving microphones in your face. Like that whole, like there's a whole segment that Trevor Noah said, where it was like, yeah, like we shouldn't be, if you can tell that this person is ill, this is now not the time to be shoving a camera and like mics in his phone trying to like get content from it. This is the time where you're meant to be like, okay, guy, like, you know, relax, let's take you to the side, let's like, you know, so you can get better.
As celebrities, it's always, every time a celebrity is having a downfall, that's always the best time to shove a camera and microphone in their face, isn't it? Because that's when they make the most money, the media.
It's so sad how we have basically removed the humanity from celebrities sometimes.
I mean, arguably, you could say they've, in many cases, a lot of them already have their humanity removed by themselves, by their own accord.
As per like what they traded the lack of being seen as a person for fame.
No, I mean, well,
fame ain't worth my name.
I mean, look, the amount of people that were involved with the I don't even know if I want to say it, man. It makes me sick to my stomach. But this is again why I have zero respect for Hollywood or for celebrities. But the amount of people that were involved with your boy Jeffrey, it's yeah. I don't have any respect for Hollywood celebrities any longer. They like to morally grandstand, but all of them, or a lot, no, not all of them. A lot of them are arguably some of the most morally corrupt people that I could think of. So that's all I'll say on that. Because anytime a Hollywood celebrity comes out and says, "Oh, I support this" or "I stand with that," I'm just like, I really do not care for you. I really, really do not care. Like, I don't care what Beyonce has to say. I don't care what like big celebrities or Kim Kardashian. Well, Kim Kardashian anyway. I never cared.
Say a male celebrity now.
Huh?
Say a male celebrity.
Denzel Washington.
Okay. That's why you don't care what Denzel Washington says as well.
Huh?
That's why you also don't care what Denzel Washington says.
Well, I don't care what Will Smith says.
Okay.
I don't care what what's his name? The guy that hosts like one of them radio shows. He used to be a rock star. Howard Stern or something like that. Like, he used to be a rock star, but I don't care what, like, Trevor Noah, don't care what he has to say.
Really?
Don't care what he has to say.
What Trevor Noah do?
Just, again, moral grandstanding. A lot of calling out people, but doesn't call out all of the shady shenanigans that goes on in his own past, in his own life. Jimmy Kimmel, oh God, no. I do not, like, any of those. James Corden, fuck James Corden. Oh my God.
To be fair, fuck James Corden.
Fuck James Corden.
No, like, I actually have no qualms against James Corden, but like, can we stop giving him roles?
Can we just stop giving him airtime at all? Oh like, my gosh!
Like this one is just me. This one is just me. Like James Corden has. I don't think James Corden has done anything wrong except for being like
an arsehole.
Except being an arsehole to a restaurant one time. Like that one, I'm like, okay,
he's an arsehole to people overall.
But like, yeah, can we just stop James? Can we? James Corden needs to be stopped.
Hey, okay, we're not going to use this platform to start calling. That's all I'll say. Okay. On that. Hollywood stars.
Where was this all coming to?
I have no idea where you were going with this. You were going about Spotify and rap
I just wanted to say how like The Weeknd is like my number one artist and I have tickets to The Weeknd show next year.
Okay. So you have tickets to The Weeknd show sometime in the weekend next year?
It actually is. That's insane.
Hey, well done.
Actually, yeah. Then let me see what else. I got Drake and then yes, I was gonna say.
Can we talk about Drake? Why is he soliciting minors?
Are we talking about the Millie Bobby Brown thing? Okay, so
why is he not being cancelled for that?
Drake has a lot of things to be cancelled about, but like, okay, so
except for the one where he put the hot sauce in the condom. That one was a genius play. Fair play, my guy. Fair play.
Fuck?
What? Do you not know about the one where he put the hot sauce?
No, I do, but like, why are you commending him?
Because she was about to trap a man. The girl was trying to trap him. He entered in.
So many things are happening in that sentence, but like,
it was entrapment. A case of entrapment.
You know what?
Attempted entrapment.
Okay, so I was actually gonna. So Drake. So me, I want to talk about Drake from 2 points, but like the point I want to talk about is the point I was gonna talk about was like the defense of basic. As per obviously, like having Drake as like someone you listen to, you're just a basic guy. Like, okay, cool.
Well,
like,
people are calling Drake basic.
I'll say listening to Drake is basic.
But you have him on your Spotify.
He's number 2.
So then, are you not basic?
I'm here to defend everything that's basic. I like vanilla ice cream. I have Drake on my number 2. I will go to Winter Wonderland.
Wait, what's wrong with Winter Wonderland? Hold on, what?
Apparently, everyone's like, "God, that's just basic." Everyone's like, Winter Wonderland is so basic,
You know what?
I'm like, I will go to it.
Yeah.
I will go everything that you think is basic and vanilla. I love it.
Goal for 2023: stop giving a hoot while other people call out or say. Just enjoy. If you enjoy it, just do it. Right?
I may be cringe, but I am free.
Yes, it may be whatever they call basic, but if you enjoy it and it works, then listen to it, right?
Yes.
Go to Winter Wonderland. I don't know why Winter Wonderland.
Listen to pop music. Listen to Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. I like her. I listen to her album. What's it? Midnight.
Okay. I
was it
have
Midnight?
Nothing to say about that.
Yeah. Okay.
I almost feel sorry for Taylor Swift sometimes.
Why?
I don't know. She's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever. She she's doing what she's doing. Good on her.
She'll be fine. She's got like a man and like she's living.
She's got a man?
Yeah, apparently so.
How long?
I don't know, a while, like a couple of years now.
Oh, okay, good on her, because she did have a reputation for being with many different dudes, right? Not intimately, but like she had a string of boyfriends, right?
So she was dating.
She was dating.
And what are you doing? Being single?
There was no need for that. Like, there was really no need for that. I was just making an observation, and I was actually going to say, I'm really happy for her that she's able to type.
Sorry,
you didn't need to.
It was right there.
You really did.
I literally saw it, and I said,
"You really didn't need to punch down like that."
I didn't have. You know what? I'm sorry.
It's alright. No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna talk about how Drake's a pedophile. Would that make it better?
Just 23 and 3. We going ball.
So Drake is. So the whole Millie Bobby Brown thing is weird because obviously everyone's like, oh, why is Drake talking to minors? I'm like, she said that. Is that it?
Yeah, that's 15 minutes. Unless you want to finish your point.
I was gonna say that like the way I saw it at first was that this is like, because Drake is also an actor. So I was like, oh, maybe like he's kind of like just kind of meant to kind of role kind of thing. But apparently not. It was like, oh, we're talking about boys. I was like, why the fuck are you talking about boys to like a 16-year-old? I'm just like, yeah, I'm Drake. I don't know what you're doing, my guy. Like, that's weird, my dude. Like, it's one of those things where like he hasn't done anything wrong, but I'm just like, you're in a very compromising position where I'm like,
soliciting minors.
I'm just like, bro, like, and then he had a whole thing where like he had like a lyric where like he said like he was dating Georgia Smith or something, and I was like, you didn't.
Who's Jordan Smith?
Georgia Smith.
Who's Georgia Smith?
Ah, she's a British singer.
Who?
Georgia Smith.
Okay, I don't know.
All right, okay, you guys, we'll be
right back
after these messages, and I'll show him what Georgia Smith looks like.
All right. Literally, who?
Really? Why is this guy dating Georgia Smith when she's 18, 19? So I was like,
that's
what?
A bit sus.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Wait, cue Among Us sound, because that is sus. So, continuing. Drake is Drake, not certified, but he's
he's a certified lover boy, and I hear that because I too am a certified lover boy.
See, I told you, concubines.
Oh my god. Jesus, please, oh my god.
You thought you could come after me for being single, and then you thought I wasn't going to bring it back to you having concubines?
That's crazy.
Huh?
That's crazy.
Huh?
That's wild.
When the moment shows, you must grab it with both hands. So
anyway, moving swiftly along to my next and final topic. Wait, hold on. Yes, so my next final topic is to you.
Okay.
What's the meaning of Christmas? What's your favorite Christmas memory?
Family. 100% family. It's to be together with your family around, the snow outside, Christmas music playing in the background. You got Mr. Bean on the TV.
Ooh.
You got a nice family meal. Everyone's just like candles lit. You're all just relaxing and having a good time. No controversy. No focusing on what's happening out there in the world. Everyone is just together at this one point in time. That's what Christmas is.
That sounds wonderful.
That is, to me, 100% what Christmas is. And... sorry. I don't know if I choked up or if I like broke out.
Good, bro?
But no, truly, really and truly, that's what it is to me. Family, it's all about family at the time. I'm starting to sound like Vin Diesel, but...
Family. Hey, Vin Diesel's lit. Mine said bring back Brittany Grainger before... What's her name? Brittany... Bring back the women basketball player before Christmas. And she did.
Who?
Who for who?
As in, who was brought back? From where?
Brittany... What? You don't know about this whole Brittany
Oh,
Grainger
is she the
thing?
one that was smoking weed and got caught in Russia?
Yeah.
They brought her back?
Yeah. Vin Diesel
How?
said...
Wait. How did Russia give her back?
Vin Diesel said... I need her back before Christmas.
Wait, no, did they bring her back because Vin Diesel said it?
Oh, no. Basically, they did a swap.
Who did they swap?
They swapped her for the Merchant of Death.
Are you fucking serious?
I wish... They swapped her for a Russian guy that the US had who was nicknamed the Merchant of Death.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, wait. Let me... Actually, wait. Am I lying? Nope. Russia, yep. Russian arms dealer known as the Merchant of Death.
They gave Russia a guy known as the Merchant of Death for a basketball player?
I mean, she's an American citizen.
For a basketball player, yeah.
She's an American citizen. We bring them all home. We bring them back home.
Since when did America give a shit about their citizens?
Hey,
unless you're paying taxes.
One thing about America,
they will leave you to die in Iraq. They do not give a damn. America does not care for you.
I mean, if you're an American soldier, probably. But like one thing about America, which is like they will bring.
No. So America will let their soldiers die in the battle, leave them dead and stranded in Afghanistan, leave their citizens in Afghanistan, leave their soldiers dying in Iraq.
Yeah.
They will get involved in any single mother trucking war there is.
Yeah.
But you're going to trade a merchant of death.
Yeah.
For a basketball player that got caught with weed in Russia. Like, why did you have weed in Russia?
The guy's nickname was just Merchant of Death.
What has he done? Because there's a reason he has that name.
I mean, I can be finding that out while you talk about something.
Oh, America keeps continuing to prove me that the whole of this world is going to collapse in one time. Oh, Lord. You traded with the Russia, who is currently fighting a war in Ukraine.
Let me see.
And I know this is controversial, I know I'm going to get called out for
Victor is a Russian arms dealer and entrepreneur, yada, yada, yada. He uses multiple companies to smuggle weapons, starting during the collapse of the Soviet Union, yada, yada, yada.
Okay, all right. So,
Balt gained the nicknames the Merchants of Death and Sanctions Buster after British government minister read the reports, yada, yada, yada. I'll say he's more just an illegal arms smuggler.
And they decided to trade an illegal arms smuggler for a basketball player.
Yep, we bring our citizens back home. Yeah,
wonderful. Just wonderful.
From June 2012 until December, he was held at the United States Penitentiary before being released in a prison exchange for U.S. basketball player Brittany Griner.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's move. What does Christmas mean to you? I don't want to talk about America. America makes me vexed.
Christmas to me is family, loved ones, and just a good time, really. I would say that my favorite Christmas memory is... It's like my favorite Christmas memory is like... Because... so I'm Catholic, so I go to... night vigil every Christmas and also every New Year.
Nice.
And so like I still remember I forgot, I think I was probably like 8 all the time. So I came back from church at like 1 a.m. or so, like 12:30, something like that. And so we left the house locked up, everything was cool. Came back, we saw presents under the tree. The way that my sister and I were like, huh? What? My parents was like, oh wow, I guess Santa came. They were like, what? How? This and that. And like, obviously, we're like, oh, they were kids. We lived in Santa and everything. As we got older, and we're like, oh, we hey guys, for all our young kids listening, cover your ears. But like for everyone else, Santa isn't real. But like, and then like when we discovered that like obviously, our parents were Santa, we were just like, but then how did that happen? Because you all came with us. So unless you gave the key to somebody and had them come into our house and give us gifts, I'm like, is it ever that deep?
On this Christmas, Uncle was Santa.
I was just like, is it ever that deep?
It is that deep.
I mean, and we never found out who he was. Like,
it's probably the neighbor.
If it was the neighbor, I'd like to say thank you or something. Be like, yo, like that's actually very deep as per. Yo, Mike, can you imagine when your neighbor's like, yo, can you like, here's my key, can you just like
put the presents under the tree?
Like when you see us leave, put the presents on the key. Yeah.
Look.
I mean, that's cute. That's cute.
It's wonderful because it's keeping the innocence alive, isn't it? It's keeping that hope alive. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very, very lovely moment, and it's part of keeping that innocence alive and keeping that going. That just brings back memories of when I found out the tooth fairy was my mom.
Hey guys, first of all, the tooth fairy, there's no tooth fairy, there's no Easter bunny, and there's no Queen of England. Grow up.
I mean, that last one though, one of these things is not like the others. The last one is...
I mean, but there is no Queen of England.
I mean, you're right. That's a technicality.
I still remember when I went to see my guy in Dartford, and we were just talking about like how we'll talk about like the swans or something, and it was like, oh, all the swans are like owned by like the Queen of England, and I was like, owned by who? And it was like, oh fuck. He was like all the swans are owned by the Queen. I was like, owned by who? I was like, oh shit, right.
So who owns the swans now?
I guess the king.
Oh, okay. So if you were to go and punch a swan, you would end up in a situation.
I feel like if you were to ever go and punch a swan,
the swan would bite back.
No matter what the situation is, that Yeah, you would be in a situation.
You would be in a situation.
Like what?
But yeah, no, sorry. The Christmas memory just brought the own memory of my own of spending. I don't know. It was a Christmas when I was young, and I got a Spider-Man toy that was magnetic.
Okay.
Like the feet were magnetic, and then there was like a magnetic wall, and you could like attach the feet to it, so it'd stand on it, and like he'd be like Spider-Man on the wall or something like that. So it just brought back nice wholesome Christmas memories, you know. Maybe that should be the way we end the episode. We should end this episode with some wholesome stuff, you know.
Yeah,
so if you have another controversial topic, please do it now.
I don't. That's actually honestly the end of all my topics for today.
So are you sure you're not going to bring up the fact about the question of how far away from the family tree is incest? Because you brought it up last time.
I brought it up like 3 times.
Yeah. And now you better finish it. That's where you're going to end season 1. You're going to end it answering that damn question.
Okay, you guys. So basically, this was a dating. Not dating thing. It's not a dating. This was a funny thing that happened. Basically, so my boy and I were going back to our.
How many boys do you have?
Like I've said, like 3 different people.
You've got concubines and you got boys. Like you've been Dartford, you've been Swansea. Like
let me see. Where I've been all over actually. But like so basically there was like my A-levels reunion, and so my guy was like, okay, cool, like. Can they come along? Because a bunch of us, like, so 2 of us were like, one of my guys was driving, so I called shotgun, and then another one of us was like, oh yo, can I come over? Like I was like, yeah, sure. Then I was like, oh, can I bring a date? And we were like,
why are you bringing a date?
Exactly. Well, like,
why
I was like, why are you bringing a date to our A-levels? Like, yeah, I was like, because this is basically like our boarding school matron was like retiring, so that was even wonder. So I was like. I mean, okay, like, that's wild, but sure. So it was like, okay, cool. So then he brought the girl, like, she's good looking girl, like, really, really cute, really wonderful, everything. I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, cool, my guy. Then, like, so no, I was driving. So there was like a hour and a half drive. Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of talking, I was just kind of like getting to understand, like, okay, how do you, like, I was like, oh, how do you guys know each other? Like, from uni or something? Because she didn't come to the same A-level school. Then she was like, oh, that they met on, like, on Instagram.
Huh?
And I was like,
are people using Instagram?
Instagram, bro. That's how Prince. What's his name?
William?
No, the other one.
Harry?
Yeah, the good one. That's how Prince.
Wait. Harry is the good one.
Harry. Yeah.
Which one's Harry again?
The ginger one. Harry? Isn't Harry? Who's Meghan Markle's husband?
The ginger one's married to Meghan Markle.
Yeah, this is his name.
Wait,
Harry.
why are you saying William's the bad one?
What? William cheated on his wife.
Did he?
Yeah.
God damn.
What?
How dare you cheat on Kate Middleton?
Apparently easily.
What? You got to be crazy to cheat on her.
Bro, like, wait. Yeah, no, Prince William affair. Like, I mean, it's happening.
Oh, you are joking. You've got to be crazy to cheat on her.
I mean, to be fair, these are all rumors and these are all speculation, and like, I'm not going to say anything before the British company come and take remove my visa.
There you go, yeah.
Anyway,
so he's gonna be singing Rule Britannia.
That's how they literally will find me and deport me out.
Hey, back to your story.
So anyway, so like she was like, oh, that they just met on Instagram. I was like, okay, like how long have you guys like? Okay, cool. How long have you guys like meet and everything? She was like, this is the second date. I said, second date, and it's to come to a high school reunion. I'm like,
why is this fool bringing it? Anyway, go.
I was like, all right, bet. Mm-hmm. So then we're just talking like we turned. So like I was obviously like, you know, just talk about her. She actually, fun fact, she went to the same university as my girlfriend. So back in Nigeria,
so the world keeps getting smaller.
So I was like, okay, cool. Like, all right. I was like, okay, like, you know, like, do you know anybody that I might know? She was like, I think she graduated like a year or 2 before, so like she wasn't quite sure. I was like, okay, cool. Then I kind of mentioned like in passing that like I was Edo. She was like, oh, she's Edo as well. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Then she was like, oh, what part of Edo? So I told her that my mom is Ishan, my dad is a Koko Edo. She was like, oh, okay, like my family is Ishan as well. I was like, okay, that's cool. Then she was kind of like, oh, like, what's your mom's maiden name? I'm not going to say it out loud because that's a security question. But, like, I told it.
That's a security question.
That's indeed a security question. Before I get hacked.
I thought, no, let me not say it because I might get doxxed or something. Someone might find out who my family is. Like, no, it's a security question.
So then, obviously, then I told her and she was like, That's my grandma's maiden name.
Oh snap!
And I was like, oh, okay. So at first I'm like, I looked back at her because I'm in the front seat. I just look back. I'm like, okay, that's.
I know you.
I was like, okay, that's a weird coincidence. Like, okay, I guess we just like, nah, like there's only one one family in the whole of Edo with that last name. And I looked at her. She looked at me. And I was just like, "Are we cousins?" And it was like, and when I say like, she was fine. Like, okay, wait. Let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase this before my babe messaged me. Be like, what are you saying? She was good look. She is a good looking woman.
Oh, you have dug yourself into.
She was a good looking woman, and I was like, what? So imagine like you're thinking, imagine like you're checking out somebody, and then it's like, oh yeah, no, it turns out like you guys are cousins. I was like, fuck. Anyway, so then I was kind of like, okay, no, but like, are we actually? So I asked my mom. I was like, yo, mommy, like, do you know anybody with this family? Mom was like, probably. She asked her own mom. She was like, oh, do you know anybody? And she was like, yeah, sounds about right. And we're just kind of like, we're just looking at ourselves like, guy, what? Like, how have we been alive for like 25, 26 years and we've never met each other, and it turns out we're probably cousins. So right now, I mean, to be fair, like I'm still very much on the fence about whether we're related or not. Like there's the possibility we might be, but then there's also a possibility we aren't. If we are, at the very most, we're probably like third cousins or fourth cousins, something like that. Like, I don't think, she's not like my first or second, but like probably like third or fourth.
This whole situation is just,
bro, like, it's so insane. Like, and then it turns out that
you thought you was feeling this gal, only for her to turn out to be your cousin,
bro.
Lord.
Bro, and I was like, I turned to my boy that brought her. I was like, you better not rubbish my cousin. What the fuck is going on here? Like, bro,
I didn't even know. He sat in the car with this girl, thought this girl was fine, and then
I was literally like, okay, cute babe. I was already like in my head, like, you know, like I was already big up my guy, like, okay, you know how to pick them, like, okay, this she looks like a nice one. Like, she was like, okay, she's smart. She I was like, smart babe as well, everything. It was like, this might be I was like, oh, we're cousins. I was like, huh? You better not rubbish my cousin here. I will slap you.
Man went from, hey, yo, she fine, to you better not fuck around with her, or else I'll beat your ass.
It turns out that I'm the older cousin, because, like, her birthday is a day after mine.
Oh.
So, literally, like, she was born the day after I was. So I'm like, bro, who are you? Like,
oh, no.
What is going on?
That would make the next family convention. Like, if you showed up, if something was to happen between you and her and you didn't know at the time, and then she rolls up to your yard, or let's say come Christmas, say, I'm gonna introduce my girlfriend to my family,
and then my grandma is like, but then this is your so this is my auntie so and so's daughter. I was like, yeah. Guy, that's actually one of my worst. That's one of my worst fears. Which is why I went to my grandpa and I was like, "No, grandpa, you need to give me all the family tree now." He was like, he said, there's a large family. He said, you need to tell them, because it's like, I mean, it's like how like I'm not exactly as close to like my dad's side of the family. But then I feel like I need to know because of things like this. Because obviously I'm not gonna move to anybody, but like just in case, also the off chance where I was. What do you mean I'm going to move to somebody and then you're my cousin? And then she said, no, grandpa, you need to understand, this information is the difference between me moving to this babe or inviting her to my wedding. I need to know which one it is. Like, I need to know whether she's going to be at the altar with me at the wedding or as a guest. I need to know, because, like, what is this?
She's both.
You said both.
You invited her to the wedding.
You said
she's both the best man and the best.
And then I was literally like, and then even at that, like, obviously incest is terrible. But then, like, I asked, like, so that's, I mean, obviously this is not the reason I asked the question, because before you guys think I'm tapped. But like people be like, oh, like third cousins, fourth cousins, kissing cousins. That's but like, third cousins you can.
Lord.
I mean, literally, the Queen and Prince Philip are like third cousins or something.
Oh no, that wedding would have been absolute banter.
Oh no, just like how's your family tree just a circle?
What goes around comes around.
God damn.
Someone put Justin Timberlake on, because.
God damn.
Oh, that sounds like an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Oh, that sounds like such an episode.
But yeah.
Oh.
And then since then,
fine,
guy,
and then turned out to be your cousin.
Guy, I don't want to sound again. I don't want to sound tapped again for the people that know me, but like big bum bum is my weakness, and she had it, and I was like, I was already big up my guy. I was like, bro, but she's my cousin. Ah!
This is a crime. This is a crime. Oh. Okay. Right.
Is that how we're gonna end the episode?
So to answer your question, it's not okay under any circumstances. It doesn't matter how far away from the tree it is.
I mean,
it's still insane.
I mean, kissing cousins is like what, third cousins?
Still wrong.
Is it though?
It's your cousin. It's from your genetic tree, my guy.
Yeah, but like, okay, wait.
Oh.
A relative. Kissing cousins. A relative well known enough to be greeted with a kiss. That's not
Alright, let's have a final commercial break, and then we'll wrap things up.
Yeah,
no.
We'll wrap things up.
We roll.
Oh man.
We roll. No. That took me out.
Okay.
It didn't spin my jaw, but it most certainly took me out. Oh, alright. So let's wrap it up with some wholesome stuff for the end of the year.
Okay.
So I think for wholesome things, first of all, we gotta shout out to everyone that listened. We don't even know when this episode's been out. Shout out to our editor; he's been doing fantastic work behind the backs. But
shout out to our editor.
We don't know when this episode's going to be out. It might be out like
it's going to be out
after Christmas.
It's going to be out 2023.
2023. So in which case, if it is out in 2023, we wish you all a happy New Year. We hope you had a lovely Christmas.
Is as far as fourth cousins and fifth cousins onwards is fine.
Trying to justify this.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just looking at it like from like an inbreeding point of view and incest. Like once you can't obviously mate with your first cousin or your second cousins because like that's gonna be an inbred and like it's gonna have like a detriment to the child's life. But like anything fourth and fifth and onwards, apparently scientifically is fine. But yes,
this is that Delta man attitude of it. He's trying to find out how far away from the tribe is okay before I get.
But yes, as you were saying, thank you guys for rocking with us for the last 6 episodes.
Don't smash your cousin.
Try not to smash your cousin unless you're the queen.
Or in Iceland, you know, people in Iceland actually have to they all have to. Well, most people tend to use an app to find out that they're not related before they smash. Because Iceland, it's such a close-knit thing over there. You could be smashing cousins in Iceland.
But then that's what I mean. But like, how do you not know that this is your cousin?
Well, then I don't know.
Are you just not close to your family?
Why don't you create an app for Nigeria and then have everyone sign up for it, and then they can find out whether they're cousins or not, or something like that?
I feel like people would not care.
You don't care if she's my cousin. She's got her big boom boom. I am going for it.
There's some people that literally will go to a wedding as per they know that this is their family relative and will still move to somebody. The risk of moving to somebody at a wedding, like if they're not on the other side, why are you moving to somebody at a wedding where they're wearing the same Ashobi, which is a wedding material? Why are they wearing the same wedding colors as you? As per you know that this person is coming in from your side of the family. But they are still moving to them based on I have never seen them before. You don't know who they. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to us on the Jay Ayy podcast.
And
we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And if you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. We hope you get some much needed rest.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy Leave. Because everybody, please take your annual leave.
Take your annual leave. Don't lose it. And we hope to see you again in the new year.
Yep.
Do you have any more wholesome moments you want to share with it?
I'd like to say that something I'm looking to my goal for 2023 is
not have concubines.
Our podcast will keep on growing. God damn it!
I hope,
bro. I'm in a wonderful and happy relationship. Can we all stop?
And she's ignorant. But yes, a wholesome thing that we hope for 2023 is that the podcast will grow, and that maybe we might even have a guest or two on.
And maybe a second mic.
And a second mic that needs to happen. We appreciate all of your comments and all of your feedback that you've given throughout the entirety of 2022.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate everyone for listening. Mm-hmm. We understand at times we might have been controversial, we might have said things that are out there, but
you might have.
This boy stands by everything he said.
I stand.
Third cousins or not, he stands by it.
It's going to be so brazy if she hears this and she puts two and two together and messages me, I'm going to be like, or even my actual first cousin's list or my second cousin's list.
Imagine she watches this episode and then she actually like, because she knows she sat in that car with you. She'd be like, so you thought I was fine, huh? You thought I was okay. You thought this was okay. You thought this was okay to say on the book.
She probably would not message me.
No, because she would probably never show at a family gathering again. She
probably would never. She probably might just unfollow me. To be fair, like
I wouldn't blame her.
To be fair, my boy and her even stopped talking. So like,
I wouldn't blame her. But yeah, other wholesome things. Again, we appreciate everyone. We do. Guys. We really do.
It's been. I can't believe this was just us. A bunch of two guys just came together
and jokingly just like, you know what, let's start a podcast, which, you know, 6 episodes later, here we are. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? And I guess like this is season 1. Each year is a different season.
Each year is a different season.
So this is season 1. This is basically our phase 1, season 1, our pilot season. Yeah. You know, obviously it's working out kinks, working out everything, and we're just learning as we're going. And yeah. Thank you guys for rocking with us, and hope to see you guys in the next year and the next season. And
this podcast has honestly been one of my highlights of 2022. That's I will 100% say that. It doesn't matter what controversial stupid shenanigans I said. I've had so much fun doing this.
Yes, and that's the important thing. As long as we're having fun.
It's one of the highlights. But as Jay's been saying, thank you all, and we hope to see you in the new year, and we hope that you'll continue to listen and give your comments and your feedback. Reach out to us on Instagram if you're enjoying our content. Follow us on our Instagram. Follow us on Spotify or on Apple Podcast. We'll have the links in the description.
And YouTube
as well. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. We honestly say do spread it to like your friends and your close ones if you really enjoy the content. If you think it might be something they're into, then spread the love. As much feedback as we can get as possible, really. We appreciate all of that for the new year, so we can come back in the new year stronger, better, improved. But yeah, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone, even, everyone, really, honestly, even the ones that called me out on stuff or the ones that like, I need to get closer to the mic, but thank you.
I think we both need to get closer to the mic.
Yeah, well, you're going to get a second mic, so we'll get close to the mic in the new year, hopefully. But yeah, again, from my heart, thank you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful end of 2022 and a wonderful beginning to 2023.
We did it, boys.
Shout out Boris Johnson.
All right, and that's the end of.
Is the end.
Okay, well, you're gonna end the video. You're gonna end the audio. Or we're just gonna okay. So hey guys, this is so this is Jay, end of season 1. And any of my anecdotes? No, I don't have any anecdotes this time around. Just Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Much love.
I'm gonna let the video roll.
You're just gonna let the video roll out.
What are you gonna do?